Let's talk about the finals.
Okay, let's go basketball.
I was thinking about maybe we can go to another couple of topics, but let's talk about basketball.
Okay.
Talk about basketball. So we had game 1, game 2 that happened over last week, and then
so we're gonna go Mavs Celtics game 1, game 2.
Celtics, yep.
Okay, let's do it. Let's go. Let's go.
Man.
Some crazy.
So I know I said Mavs in 6. It's becoming more difficult to go behind.
I told you were high.
All right. Okay. But I gotta give it to Celtics, man. I mean, they played defense. Oh man, probably the best defense I've seen them play all fucking year. It took Drew Holiday, great defensive player. Jaylen Brown, also great defensive player. But
he's an offensive and defensive player. Jaylen Brown is a savage.
Defense, offensive.
100%. He goes both sides.
100%.
He goes both sides. So yeah, 100%.
100%. But man, I really thought it was gonna be a different outcome just because of Luka just being who he is. He was gonna affect the game more than I thought he was. And don't get me wrong, he was still doing his thing. But I think it comes down to the rotational players. The guys, I think they need to step up a little bit more. It just didn't happen. Game 1 was a complete blowout. Game 2 was close, but they just pulled away with just more clutch threes, better defensive plays. I think Game 2 was attainable for the Mavs. The Celtics, honestly, they played like the Mavs all playoffs. They made the plays when they needed to make, which is kind of ironic. It's ironic because they beat you in your own game. The Mavs, they make their money off of, which it proved in the Timberwolves series. They didn't beat you the first quarter. They beat you in the fourth quarter. Which, ironic enough, the Celtics kind of did that in game 2. They kind of made the right plays.
And what's funny because the Celtics throughout this postseason NBA playoff series, the game 2 for the Celtics has been their kryptonite. Not the other night. Not the other night.
Yeah.
And they I mean, the thing is, they've showed up in both games. And Jalen Tatum or Jason Tatum,
Porzingis,
Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Porzingis. Dude, the thing is, I made some notes earlier, and I don't have them available, but I made some notes earlier that the Celtics team, they're beast after beast after beast.
Yeah.
Whether it's Jason Tatum starting from the number 1 spot on that bench all the way to number 12.
Yeah.
Every one of them, I say every one of them, but anybody that came off the bench,
they can score.
They all contributed.
100%.
They all contributed to the Celtics winning both games 1 and game 2. And they did it with ease. Yeah. I mean, game 1 was kind of a shit show because they take this by 24, 25 points, whatever it is. 107 to 89.
Yeah.
And then game 2, they won about 105 to 98. So they win by another 24 points. They made it look super easy.
They did.
And I said the one thing the Mavs have to do is Luka, Kyrie, these guys on the Mavs team, they have to exploit the fact that the Celtics had 10 days off to rest.
They didn't take advantage of it.
They did not. They did not exploit. They did not take it off at all. And anybody that's watched this, I've got video. I've got not videos. I've got emails. I've got all sorts of stuff coming in from us. Dude, Luka, Kyrie, none of them exploited anything for the Celtics. They did not show up.
Well, I don't know about that. I think what it was is,
and they completely devastated the under, 100%. It's a weird first 2 games.
Well, the thing with the playoffs is all about matchups, right? You look at the Celtics compared to the Timberwolves. You might think
way overrated.
Timberwolves are overrated.
It's out scouted. It's out dominated.
What did Drew Holiday say? He said, "Hey, even the white guys can defend. They can all defend."
And that's what I'm saying. Dude, from the first part of their bench, from Jason Tatum all the way down to number 12, they all can play. They all D up. They all score. Every one of them contributed both games of this, and that's why the Celtics are going to be the national champions. But I hope that Luka and Kyrie and the Mavs can show up and
the series
and make some
is not
corrections.
over.
It's not over. It's harder, but it's not over.
I think the most important aspect is that they can all defend. You know why it's important? Because if you let the role players get their own 15, 20 points, then it's over. And then I think the Mavs have the chance to to get back in the series. But if you take away the role players away, if they like shoot like 1 for 9, 1 for 10, then it's gonna be a dub every time. They took the role players. They said, "Hey, Draymond Green's advice." They said, "Hey, we will let everyone. We will let Luka and Kyrie. They'll get their 20, 30 piece. The role players, they're not getting squat. They're not getting anything." So that's what they said. And so that's the smart way to go about it. I wouldn't hesitate. I definitely think. Granted, the Celtics did what they needed to do. Hey, the Mavs, they're going back at home. So
we got 2 games where Celtics come up. They're winning 2-0. Now they go back to Dallas. And this is the only hope that Luka and Kyrie and those guys have to do. But they win the first game, 107-89. They win the second game, 105-98.
The way I look at it, they did what they were supposed to do.
They did.
Because if they even lose one game, now it's like, okay, you guys are fucked. Now it's looking like the Mavs.
So Dallas has to win both games at home.
Which is like the Celtics did.
Just like the Celtics did.
I think they will. It'll be game 5 back in Boston. 100%.
I don't know. I hope that happens. But reality...
Well, what's your game 5 prediction then?
What's your
game 3 prediction?
So, game 3 prediction is, I really... Well, to be honest with you, I think Boston takes them out at home. They're just dominating. I don't like to say it, but the data also says it too. The data says that Boston takes out Dallas at home. And if they do that, then this game is over possibly in 4, possibly in 5, no more than 5.
Well, yeah, no shit. If they go up 3-0, then
and so it's... And the thing is no one wants to see an NBA Finals that goes 4 games. Like, when's the last time you even saw that?
Warriors.
25 years ago? 20 years ago?
Warriors and Cavs.
Well, that was, 2014, 2013?
No, that was 2018, 2019. 2018.
No.
That was the year before the Raptors and the
That was
Warriors.
Toronto and the Warriors.
2019, that was 2018.
Was it 2018?
Yes, it was.
It all blurs together, man, anymore these days. But
yeah.
the thing is...
You can't doubt this.
I know, dude. I know. You got that. I'm good at fucking putting numbers on the board, but you're good at fucking history, so it's all great. The thing is that... dude, if the Mavs don't win...
It's over.
Tomorrow...
It's over. 100%. Well, it's on Wednesday. The game's on Wednesday.
Yeah. Well, Wednesday night, yeah. If the Mavs don't win Wednesday night...
It's over, 100%.
Which is what, the 12th? June 12th?
Yeah.
The chances of this going past game 5 are extreme. That's like 99-1.
I have a better chance of winning the lottery at that point.
Yeah,
because it's never been done.
I have a chance of finding the woman of my dreams when that happens. So it is what it is. I thought I had the woman of my dreams, but then that didn't happen either. So
that's okay.
It is what it is.
That's okay.
So now who's crying now, baby? But anyways,
I got Mavs on game 3. I think last time I saw they're minus 122, if I'm not mistaken.
It was 122. I saw your notes earlier today. And the line was 125 when I looked at my notes.
I'm not.
But it's not. That's nothing that's going to make me jump off the bandwagon of putting something on the bet. Yeah. That's my new. But I'm pretty confident it's probably very similar right now. The one thing that was interesting about this was Vegas, for some reason, is boosting these over-unders with this NBA Finals series. 214, 216, 218. We haven't hit over 207.
No.
Like, it's not there.
Yeah.
It's not there. And I said this a week and a half ago. I said, you got 2 teams. You got a Celtics team that's been on rest for 10 days. You got a Mavs team that's been on rest for 6 days. When you rest, it drops total points. It is a scientific proven fact. When you rest, your total over points drop. We haven't hit over 207. And every over has been over 214.
Simple science.
It's one of those things like, this is why we have this podcast. Because these are the things we call out for people. But I'm going to run the under all day long on this because it just does not happen.
Yeah.
I don't see game 3 going over 208, maybe 210. And it's 214.5 right now. Now, granted, it's 4.5 points. It's 4.5 points. Anything can happen. one extra 3.
If it goes OT, then obviously
OT, dude, OT. We see traditionally OT. We sit at 225 to 230 on the over/under, right? 225, 230.
Yeah.
So yes, that will go over. But regulation game, which right now, the last 8 games we've seen both these teams play, none of them went to OT.
Could change.
None. Not a single game. Not a single game went to OT. So we've been under, and we've been riding the under, and the under will continue to go tomorrow, or Wednesday, sorry, unless it goes OT.
Yeah.
Or unless Jalen or Jason or Luka or Kyrie decides to make it fucking rain even extra 3-pointers. That's the only way it changes. And we haven't seen it yet. In 8 games. We've not cleared the over in 8 games.
I want the Mavs to win so bad. I want to see my.
I want to see the Mavs win too. I want to see Luka move on. This is a big finals for him,
dude. I want to see my roommate cry. He's a huge Celtics fan. Like, hey,
I don't give a shit about that. But the thing I do care about is the fact that we've got these guys that we care about that we talk about each week. Luka, Kyrie. Kyrie's playing second fiddle to Luka. We got all these things we talked about in the last 6 weeks.
I want to see the series to be more interesting. It will. I feel like if it goes 2-2 back to Boston,
it has to. The Dallas has to show up. They have to put up, or they're going to shut up, and they're going to get sent packing real fucking quick if they don't.
You think they eat tacos in Cancun?
I mean, they could get. I mean, we just had tacos from Taco Bell, but no, I think. I mean, tacos in Cancun sounds better than what we had tonight, but it sounds good. Yeah. But anyways, the point of the fact is. Dallas, Luka, Kyrie, all that bench that you guys have, that depth you have, you have to show up. You have to show up, put up, or shut up. Because right now, you're down 2-0 against a Boston Celtics Green Machine team.
Stacked.
They're stacked.
Yep.
Now, Dallas is stacked too. Don't. I mean, we can't hate on Dallas. But they're
not Boston. They're not Boston.
They're definitely not Boston. That Boston bench is so fucking deep.
I will say, Luka and Kyrie is better than Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown, 100%.
That two
Tandem,
person punch.
That
duo's better. Well, oh god.
No, Luka made.
I don't know. It makes me hard to say that. That makes me hard to say that. I don't. I think there's days I agree with that, but then there's days like I watch these last 2 games that does not. It doesn't jive. You know what I mean? Like
Luka. Yeah, only because of Luka. Kyrie doesn't show up, I get that, but Luka, he does. He does make it.
So I tell you what, we're gonna watch this series play out. Dallas, if you don't show up,
to be determined.
Dallas, if you don't show up,
he will come on here. He will cuss you out.
If you don't show up, Luka, Kyrie, everyone else in that fucking team.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, you have to show up and play. If you don't, you're going home. There's no way you lose.
I mean, they know that.
There's no way you lose a game at home and then win 1. You maybe go 4-1, then you go back to Boston.
It's over.
Dude, you're done. You're done. So you guys have to show up, put up, or shut up. So I tell you what, I'm gonna quit harping on that because I felt like we just spent like 12 minutes on that bad boy there.
I feel like it's something we needed to harp on because.
Well, it is. It's big. It's huge.
It's huge.
We're in the NBA Finals right now.
It's not a small thing.
We just hit 1,000 subscribers. We're in the NBA Finals. This is the best time to be us right now.
Best time.
And I think that if we don't put this out there, we're not doing it justice to anybody that's listening to us. So the thing is we know what we're talking about. We do a really good job at doing this. Dude, Dallas has to show up. They have to put up or they shut up. And if not, we see the Celtics take the championship this year, and I'll fast forward to football because that's what I care about right now.
I don't want to hear my roommate talking about the Celtics won.
Well, that's your dilemma.